When Valiant Hearts was first revealed in September of last year, the announcement completely flew by my head. In fact, when Ubisoft showed off the new trailer for Valiant Hearts at their E3 press conference this year, that was the first time I even knew the game existed. As soon as I saw the announcement, though, I became a little bit skeptical. First off, not very many people know very much about the Great War. Tons of people know that in World War II we fought the Nazis, or during Vietnam we fought the Commies, or during the Civil War we fought the Confederacies, but other than the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who knows anything about the First World War? Fortunately, Valiant Hearts approaches this issue in the best way possible, and shows the Great War for what it really was, a pointless war with no real reason for existence. Thanks to the screwed up system of alliances at the time, one half of Europe was set upon another. The outcome? 17 million people died during the war, and the front line literally never moved more than 10 miles in any direction. This is where Valiant Hearts succeeds as an artistic form. Valiant Hearts is able to successfully evoke feelings of hatred towards a war during the game, as opposed to shooters where players take control of the overpowered hero and everything simply ends all well and good. Valiant Hearts shows the other side of the war, the side of war filled with death, crap, pointlessness, and corruption. Oh, and the ending's amazing. But if Valiant Hearts is no shooter, what is it? Well, Valiant Hearts is closest to a point-and-click adventure game. While the story unfolds, players are charged with solving a variety of puzzles. The best part? As opposed to many other adventure games which may have the puzzles which have literally no sense, the puzzles within Valiant Hearts actually make sense. Although the puzzles may not be overly challenging, they really shouldn't be. Had the puzzles required players to sit around and think too much, it would break the pacing of the game's story. Thankfully, all the puzzles are fun to solve and rewarding as well. At times, though, Valiant Hearts does give players a nice break from the puzzle-solving gameplay. In fact, there are a few action sequences as well, and they're some of the favorite parts of the game. For example, you may be tasked with racing away from the army in a car. It's not a usual chase sequence, however, as the movements a player makes fit into the music playing in the background. At this point, these sequences turn into something almost out of a rhythm game, and highlight the variation featured throughout the gameplay. My only gripes through the game are the technical ones. The checkpoints, for example, can be placed way too far apart, and sometimes way too close together. The worst part? The game does not save in the middle of a level, meaning if you are 10 minutes into a level and you really need to go somewhere, you'll have to completely replay the level when you come back, an awful oversight on the developer's end. The visuals are stunning throughout the game, but you already knew that. After the gorgeous releases of both Rayman and Child of Light, I don't even know that I need to mention in Ubi-Art reviews that the animations, characters, and environments are simply gorgeous. All the other hand-drawn detail is simply spectacular in evoking emotion and care for the main protagonist. Whereas Emil may have looked like a gritty older man in a realistic shooter, Valiant Hearts' depiction of Emil makes me feel truly sympathetic for him. This is exemplified even farther in the wonderful music. The piano-driven soundtrack is breathtakingly beautiful and fits perfectly with the message the game is trying to send. As you can probably tell, Valiant Hearts is no typical war game. Ubisoft took the incredibly difficult and relatively unknown entity that is the First World War and turned it into a great game about love, loss, death, and the general character of war. It's true that at some points puzzles may get a bit too pointless or boring, such as having to cook a meal for your general, but that's what war is, one pointless adventure filled with crap tons of death. For this reason, I highly recommend picking up Valiant Hearts and embarking on its 4 to 6 hour adventure. Valiant Hearts gets a 9 out of 10. Please guys don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time for another review.